Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The Outer Worlds 2 is officially Microsoft's first $80 game, and it's a bold move that's left gamers reeling. As we know, the gaming industry has been facing some tough economic times, with AI taking jobs and people tightening their belts. It's no surprise then that Microsoft would choose this moment to announce its first AAA title at an eye-watering $79.99. And yes, you heard that right, $79.99. Now, we've seen some price hikes in the past few weeks, particularly across Xbox hardware and software, with Microsoft citing market pressures and rising development costs as the reason. And it seems like this trend is only going to continue. According to Microsoft, they're planning to standardize pricing for their upcoming first-party game releases at $79.99, a price point that's sure to ruffle some feathers in the gaming community. The Outer Worlds 2 itself launches on October 29th, and it'll be available straight into the PC/Xbox Game Pass service on day one. And with its launch, we can expect to see plenty of people opting for subscriptions over buying the game outright, a trend that's become all too common in recent years. Now, some gamers might be thinking, but isn't this just another example of big companies taking advantage of consumers? Well, it's worth noting that The Outer Worlds itself received mostly good reviews back in 2019, but didn't exactly set the world on fire. And as for its sequel, let's just say that some users are getting a bit creative with their Steam reviews. But what's really interesting here is how this price point fits into the broader gaming landscape. We've seen Nintendo leading the way with their $70.80 pricing strategy, and now it seems like Microsoft is following suit. And let's not forget that Obsidian themselves is launching Grounded 2 later this year, a game that's already been priced at a whopping $29.99, which is more than 60% cheaper than The Outer Worlds 2. It's not just Microsoft pushing up prices, though. We've heard rumors about GTA VI potentially costing upwards of $100, a move that could embolden other companies to follow suit. But what really gets me thinking here is the fact that 3 of the best-selling titles of this year so far have been budget releases. That's right, Claire Obscure. Expedition 33, Split Fiction, and Blueprints are all budget-friendly games that are flying off the shelves. So what does it mean for gamers like us? Well, we're seeing a shift in the way we consume games, with many of us opting for subscriptions over buying upfront. And while this might be good news for Microsoft's bottom line, it's not necessarily great news for gamers who want to own their games outright. It's a trend that's worth keeping an eye on, especially as more and more titles start to follow suit. In the end, we'll just have to wait and see how this all plays out. One thing's for sure, though, The Outer Worlds 2 is certainly going to be one of the most talked about games of the year, at least when it comes to pricing strategy. And that's something Microsoft can definitely take credit for.